This podcast is a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to find out more. 50 years after the events of the final Harry Potter books, and Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote an entire series of fan fiction books based on Hogwarts. This is book 1 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction Harry Potter podcast by me, Radio Mike. Currently, as you all know, the podcast is, the main podcast is on hiatus until the start of, or till about mid-January next year. You may have listened to the last episode. I've taken on a full-time TV producing gig, so I simply don't have time at the moment to do all of my podcasts. Please, in the meantime, keep up with me by listening to 20th Century Boy, my other podcast, which is me and you hanging out for 45 minutes or to an hour. So I would love for you to get on board that over the summer. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. This is a bonus episode, and there will still be little bonus news episodes of Harry Potter and the Boys when any Harry Potter and when any just general Harry Potter news drops. Which includes today, because we just got the trailer for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. The Secrets? Yeah, The Secrets of Dumbledore. The first trailer for this movie is here. It actually looks really good, and I've spoken a little bit on this podcast about my feelings towards the Fantastic Beasts spin-off series. I definitely enjoyed the first Fantastic Beasts movie. I thought it was a fun little Harry Potter spin-off film, but I did think Crimes of Grindelwald was really weak. I also think it's overindulgent from J.K. Rowling and the Wizarding World to have turned it from what was originally supposed to be a trilogy into 5 films, and I think that's kind of why the Crimes of Grindelwald was so weak, because it became movie 2 of a 5-part series instead of movie 2 of a 3-part series. So I guess generally speaking, I'm negative towards Fantastic Beasts, but this trailer definitely kind of warmed me up to it. I'm going to just kind of watch it while I record and talk through what I'm seeing. It starts off with, a view of Hogwarts and a little golden snitch coming through. You see old Dumbledore, like probably from one of the later Harry Potter films in archival footage, and then you see younger Dumbledore as well. And I'm mixed on it being, I've always said I think if they wanted to do the Dumbledore origin story, they should have just done that separately to Fantastic Beasts, but now they're kind of turning Fantastic Beasts into the Dumbledore origin story, which I think is stupid, branding wise. You get a little bit of Hogsmeade. It is really cool to see these locations again. I really enjoy that. You get it looks like Aberforth, Dumbledore's brother, is going to be developed a fair bit in this film as well, because Aberforth is at the bar that he works at. I can't remember the name of the bar that Aberforth works at, but Newt Scamander is in the bar, and he's saying, "Hey, we're here to see Albus Dumbledore," and Aberforth says, "That would be my brother." Really cool. I love the Dumbledore backstory. I love the Dumbledore, Aberforth, Grindelwald stuff, and that's clearly where this is heading to, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see that. It's cool to see these characters. Following along, Dumbledore is walking down a street. There's a lot of, Grindelwald makes his appearance with the new actor whose name is, I think it's like Mads Mikkelsen or something. Mads Mikkelsen is playing Grindelwald now, taking over from Johnny Depp. So, pretty rare for Harry Potter to recast a main character. It's probably only happened previously with Dumbledore, I believe, from movie 2 to movie 3, but that was because Richard Harris died. So interesting to see that, there's a lot of controversy around Johnny Depp. He's been recast. He's no longer part of the series. I don't, the Grindelwald character I don't particularly care about, but I'm sure they're developing him, so it should be interesting. I feel like, as I said, generally this kind of dichotomy between, we're doing Dumbledore, but it's the main character is Newt Scamander. Like, it doesn't feel like you know who is supposed to be the main character in this. Is it Dumbledore or is it Newt? And that's what I think is confusing about it to people. And we've got this Muggle guy back. We have a bunch of returning characters from the other Fantastic Beasts films, including the Muggle dude who... I really didn't like how they handled this character in Crimes of Grindelwald either, because, like, at the end of the first Fantastic Beast, they have to obliviate him because he's a Muggle and he's seen all this magic stuff and he's not supposed to see all this magic stuff. So they obliviate him. But then, of course, through the power of love for one of the other characters, he gets his memories back and now is involved in the magical world, which I did think was really stupid because, like, if anyone can just undo memory reversals through the power of love, as if that wouldn't happen all the time. I don't know. I found that weird. Newt Scamander is then seen saying that Dumbledore asked him to give the Muggle dude, whose name I don't know, something. He's then giving him a wand, which I find interesting. Maybe he is getting some kind of magic powers. We then see Hogwarts, them walking through the familiar walls and halls of Hogwarts. Dumbledore is doing some crazy magic stuff. Aberforth makes a snide comment to Albus saying, "You're off to save the world again, are you?" I'm really interested in that because there definitely feels like a lot of tension and anger there in Aberforth's voice, which I think this occurs post the duel that led to the death of Albus and Aberforth's sister Ariana, so I think that's where a lot of this is harboring from. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure on that. I must say it is awesome to be seeing Hogwarts again and to be seeing all these iconic sets again, and I do love that very much. So I am, I'm super hyped to revisit these areas. And funnily enough, again, to go back to this point, so I'm just watching through the trailer, like, none of the Newt Scamander or the Beast that they're... none of that interests me at all. The only thing that really is interesting me about it is the Dumbledore stuff. So... again, I think that's a flaw of the way they're managing all of this. But anyway, I digress. There's then talk of a war with the Muggles beginning. I think the end of Crimes of Grindelwald alluded to... it alluded vaguely to World War II, and that it was like Grindelwald made a prophecy that another world war was coming, and I believe that... I think that there might be something to do with... in this whole saga, I think this war that they're talking about might refer to World War II. I'm wondering if real life figures like Hitler might appear, because I think there's been some fan speculation that Grindelwald was working with Hitler in some way. I could be wrong, but I'd be interested to see how World War II plays out from a wizarding perspective. It might not, go that far, but it's not the first time real world people have appeared in Harry Potter, because Nicholas Flamel was, of course, a real life person, and as was the Philosopher's Stone was a real life theory. And then, of course, we get Newt and various other characters, including Dumbledore, going into the Room of Requirement, which they say, "Where is this?" And Dumbledore says, "This is the room that we require." So that's very cool. I don't think this is the first discovery of the Room of Requirement. Clearly, Dumbledore has been there before and knows about it. So they're definitely... it's going to be a lot in Hogwarts. Credence, the kind of villainous, obscural kid, is back. It was revealed at the end of Crimes of Grindelwald that he was some kind of... he was a Dumbledore. Grindelwald says, "Your name is Credence Dumbledore," and that's how the movie ends, on that cliffhanger. So there's definitely something interesting going on there. And the trailer ends with something really that I think is stupid, which is the Muggle guy sitting in the Great Hall with his wand talking to two female Hogwarts students about magic. And I really don't... I sound a bit like Voldemort, but I don't want the Muggle guy to become a wizard. I just think... it was never... Harry Potter has never been, and I repeat, it has never been that you can just spontaneously do magic. It's a gene. Like, some Muggleborns do have magic, but that's because somewhere in their bloodline there was some magic. So it's like a recessive gene. I guess maybe this guy is, but why is he showing it so late? I don't know. Funnily enough, in this trailer, Credence has long hair now. Like, he's grown his hair out, and he actually resembles Professor Snape a lot. Like, I actually was like, is that Snape? Like a young Snape, which obviously doesn't fit with the timeline. I don't think there's anything there, but he definitely does resemble Snape. Just looking back through it again, it seems like Grindelwald has the Elder Wand at one point where he's taking a memory out of someone's head, and it looks like he's holding the Elder Wand, which is obviously canon, so that does mean that this is definitely before that duel where Dumbledore defeats Grindelwald. That's an interesting little canonical thing going on there. I really like that. Overall though, like, I know I've spent a lot of time trashing Fantastic Beasts and everything, but I gotta say, this trailer definitely makes me excited for this movie. Like, I think this could be really good in terms of like developing the Harry Potter lore and showing us stories that we know about but haven't really seen before, like, Albus and Grindelwald's relationship. So I am quietly excited about this one. I think seeing more of... I really did enjoy, again, in Grindelwald, Jude Law as young Dumbledore is great. Seeing Hogwarts and everything like that. More secrets about the castle, the room of requirement and stuff. All of that's cool. I feel like there might be something going on with Fawkes the Phoenix. I have a feeling that maybe this movie is the one where Dumbledore actually acquires Fawkes, because it doesn't look like he has Fawkes at the moment. But if you look at the trailer, about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, the title comes up, and behind the title is what, undeniably resembles a phoenix made out of water. The shape of a phoenix, I think it's undeniable that is a phoenix. And to me, that suggests that Fawkes the Phoenix will make some kind of appearance in this movie. Maybe a phoenix coming from water is like how phoenixes are born or something. I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of other stuff going on with characters like Credence and stuff, and relationships between Newt and that Tina woman, but I just genuinely don't care about those characters. The only thing I care about is the Dumbledore story. It's also weird that the Muggle guy is in Hogwarts, because as far as I remember, Muggles can't see Hogwarts, so it's weird that a Muggle could be inside Hogwarts. But yeah, overall, quietly excited about this. I think it has potential. I think Jude Law is such a great casting for Dumbledore, and yeah, I think this could be really good, but I'm definitely not going to get my hopes up because, I was so disappointed. Like, I can't even begin to explain how disappointed I was with Crimes of Grindelwald. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just going to look on the Wikipedia page for this movie as well and just and just go through some of the details. So, premise is set in the 1930s. The story leads up to the Wizarding World's involvement in World War II. So, yeah, it is to do with World War II. Again, would be really interested to see how that works. And we'll explore the magical communities in Bhutan, which is I think it's in the Himalayas, in Asia, Germany, and China. So I think, again, it's cool seeing the expanded Wizarding World in country. We've seen New York and America in the previous ones. It is cool going to see other countries and their magical communities. I'd love to see Australia come up there. In addition to previously established locations including Brazil, the USA, and the UK. With Grindelwald's power rapidly growing, Albus Dumbledore entrusts Newt Scamander and his friends on a mission that will lead to a clash with Grindelwald's army and will lead Dumbledore to ponder how long he will stay on the sidelines of the approaching war. And I think we did find out in Crimes of Grindelwald that Dumbledore and Grindelwald have some kind of blood pact where they can't fight each other, and that alludes to their love of each other. So yeah, lots going on here. The name of the Muggle character I've just realized is Jacob Kowalski. So his name is Jacob. What else have we got? We've got Newt Scamander, Albus Dumbledore, Credence Barebone, who is Aurelius Dumbledore, Jacob Kowalski, Queenie Goldstein. Yeah, we got a bunch of characters here. It is looking exciting. Let me know your thoughts. I will continue doing updates on Harry Potter news. The next thing is the 1st of January 2022 when the Harry Potter reunion special comes out. So I'll definitely be doing something on this. But yeah, please write in with your thoughts on this trailer and anything that I missed, anything that you found while unpacking it. It was really cool to see it come up this morning. And please hold out for Harry Potter and the Boys Season 2 in January. It is coming, and I apologize. But please stay subscribed to this feed, and please continue to hang out with me over on 20th Century Boy and support this podcast on Patreon, patreon.com/Radio Mike. For as little as $1 a month, there's a bit of bonus content that goes up on there as well. So thank you so much. Goodbye, Hamora. This podcast was a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to check out all our other content, stay up to date at radio.mike on Instagram, and get in touch, radiomikepod@gmail.com.